Magic. Starting at guard, number 10, Al Stewart. Starting at guard, number 12, Anthony Anderson. Starting at guard, number 13, Terry Thomas. Starting at forward, number 21, Jeremy Williams. And starting at center, number 32, Tim Mitchell. The head coach of the Moncton Magic in his 7th NBL Canada season is Joe Salerno. Assistant coaches are Matt Robinson, Mitch Rowley, and Todd McKillen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing your starting lineup for your Island Storm. Starting at guard from St. Bonaventure, number 1, Chris Johnson. Starting at guard from Weber State, number 6, Franklin Session. From Louisiana State University, starting at guard, number 10, Andre Stringer. Starting at forward from Hampton, number 13, Duvon Maxwell. And starting at center from Finchburg State, number 50, Zach Valaire. Ladies and gentlemen, the head coach of the Island Storm is Tim Kendrick. Assistant coaches Lonnie States and Jeff Morrison.
Welcome to the broadcast. My name is Gordon McNeely. Excited to bring you this one from Charlottetown. Listen, this should be a great game between the Moncton Magic and the Island Storm. Both teams are playing well, coming off wins. This is the 3rd meeting of these teams, so it's kind of a rubber match. We've already played once here. The Storm won that one, and in Moncton, the Storm lost in double figures to this team. So right now, Moncton sits at 3-1, and the Island Storm are 2-2. Please feel free to write your comments in. We're already getting some comments in. Chance, thanks a lot. Let's go Storm, supporting Torrance Dyke from Rochester, New York. Welcome to the broadcast. Hope you enjoy it. Some Moncton fans watching this one, so we're about to get going. Watch out, new player for the Island Storm is Marcus Bell out of Cal State. He played sparingly. I guess he came over from Indonesia and had food poisoning and then got flown right to Charlottetown. He ended up playing, and he played pretty well. Limited time, but he'll play a lot today. And big start by that man right there. You've seen it before, Franklin Session. And if he hits a 3 early, that's trouble for the Magic, and he hit one within 15 seconds of starting this game. So Almond and Session, watch this matchup. It's going to be beautiful. Hits the big man. Oh, big secondary block by Tim Mitchell. Starts a fast break. Anderson will get an easy 2. So there's your 2 premier players, I do believe, on the floor, Session and Anderson. So they both got on the board early. So over to Chris Johnson. Session's going to try another one. Hits front rim, back rim, and then out. So behind the back. Pass is no good. And Terry Thomas averaging 23 points per game passing there on the season. That's good for 3rd in the entire league. So very big numbers. Williams is having a good start to the season as well. By Maxwell. Stewart hits these fun little jump shots. Al Stewart came off the bench here for the Storm last year as he played for Charlottetown. Now he's in the starting role with the Magic. And a great take by Maxwell. He's coming off a huge last game, 29 points. Duvon Maxwell. So good start to this one, 5-2. If you're just joining in, welcome. Terry Thomas hits the three, and he got hit in the midsection. And if we see that replay, and that's nice, Coach Kendrick is helping him out, but he got hit in the midsection with the defensive player was lunging out with his hand, and he got it. So that's big. Terry's been hitting the three of late well in the last few games, so that's a big part of his game. If he's hitting that three, he's virtually unstoppable. So Session asking for a screen. Finds his big man, big dump, big score from him. Looks like he got hit too with the contact. So the ball's moving for both these teams to start early. Williams can hit this three on a regular basis, short that time. Thanks for the comments online. I'm reading them live, so if you have something to say, let us know and we'll try to get it on air when we get a chance. Al Stewart over to Anderson. Short on that three, fading away a little bit. Session with the rebound. Because Johnson will try. And it's going to stay Storm basketball. You'll see a lot of threes in the NBL. These shooters are very good on all sides, and everybody likes to spot up and shoot that three. So it's the three or layups usually is what the teams are looking for. Not a good inbound play whatsoever. And Al Stewart will go in for two. Maxwell made it hard, but Al Stewart's a pro's pro, so no problem there. So turnovers early will tie this game up at 7. So Maxwell setting the screen. Go up top for the big man. It's coming back for Zach down low. He's got to get back a little bit quicker than that. Gets deep position, and that's too deep. You got to get back early and deny that pass, even if it is a fast break. So both teams with a quick start. Now Moncton has a 2-point lead. Stringer will try to come off. Hit Session, will try for his third three of the game. Back rim that time, picks up his own rebound. Oh, nice. And it's gonna stay Storm basketball. And I think refs sometimes in that they said, oh, maybe I missed the foul call, and we're gonna get a look at Marcus Bell. So excited to have this guy. Chatted with him before the last game. Very nice young man. And a lot of traveling in the last week or so, but he's pretty excited to be here. High flyer, good rebounder, scrappy player. Will try to do the little things. So ball's attacking from the right side. That's the 2 spot. And Stewart will try a 3. He doesn't shoot a lot of threes. He's more mid-range floaters, 15-foot jump shots. Bad timing play there. And Terry Thomas, good foul by Stringer to stop Terry Thomas before he got to center, because that's almost unstoppable. Welcome to the broadcast, everybody. Gordon McNeely here. Let us know. We want to make this interactive, so let us know if you've got something to say, what's going on. See some Woody King, let's go Magic. It's going to be a dandy. Let's go Storm. Woo! So we'll read them out online, especially if your family's watching and you know some information about these young men. So we like to put them in the best light possible. They're all fantastic. We're glad for them to be here. So Anderson with the little floater. So that's what Marcus Bell will do, is he'll give the other team one shot and start the fast break hard. What a pass. And Bell gets fouled on the way up. So I don't know if you noticed, but Marcus Bell rebounded the ball on the other end and then came back down and came right down the middle of the court. And this is what he does. Stringer finds him. He's got incredible speed for his size. He's 6'9", 225, and he's got jets. So he likes to get in the fast break, but I mean, anybody who knows basketball, you defensive rebound on one side, you're not normally joining that fast break, but he does. Long on the second, hits 1 or 2. So Stewart's going to run the point. Joe Salerno whispering something in his ear, some kind of a play. And this is it right here. So you'll see this is like a horn set. There's 2 screens. Wasn't really ran very well. And that's what happens. You don't get a good quality shot. So look at the pressure. And Bell is there to get a hand on it. So that's 3 early points. He's pumped. Impact player right away. So this kid played with Frank Session down in the United States in California. So he had out of bounds. Al Stewart out of bounds. He had some influence in getting him here. And just chatting with him, he just likes to play basketball. He wants to go and play. So you'll see the shot, and look at Marcus Bell. Leaps and just touches the ball on the left side of that rim. Beautiful. Let's go Nitty, Demetrius Harris. Hey, Demetrius, what's going on, big fella? Yeah, so Nitty's Frank Session's nickname. So if I call him Nitty a little bit, that's who we're referring to. So again, Nitty with the rebound, put back, hits back rim. Good pace to this game to start. Hi, Nikki. Nice. Thanks for joining in and commenting, and let us know what's going on. You must be pretty proud. It's Nikki's session. So I'm sure you've taught Franklin all he needs to know about the game. He listens to your advice. Nice matchup here. These two kids, Johnson and Thomas, they know each other from the Halifax area. And just like that with Marcus and Mad Max in there, Maxwell, this team becomes a good rebounding team. Screens right. Oh, just a little bit wild on that pass. Yeah, Nikki, that's right. There's the reason he's great. So yeah, exactly. Man, there's something going on in this family because you guys can play basketball. So that just like that. Listen, it's 10-9. Really good pace if you're just joining the broadcast. You see Joe Salerno discussing things and moving his hands and the pace of play kind of thing. So he's going to talk about probably pace. Are the Magic playing the pace that they want? The Storm seem to be dictating, and they're doing that because when Marcus Bell came in, it had an effect on the rebounding. Maxwell's rebounding. Session has some rebounds, and that's really the name of this game. If you can rebound and give the other team one shot, you're probably going to start your fast break and you're going to have a good night. So let us know where you're watching from. The United States, Canada, we've had people from Europe watching. There's Stormy. Poor Stormy on the Lost broadcast got picked apart by our fans. Oh, he's great. There's Stormy. It's a good dancer. So 10-9, good start. Can the Storm stop Terry Thomas tonight? He's got a 3. He's averaging 23.4 points per game. And in the fourth quarter, fourth quarters a lot of time are called Anthony Anderson time. So those are two massive weapons that the Storm have to consider really playing good defense again. Again, for the Island Storm, Session has 18.3 points per game on the season. Andre Stringer, great player at LSU, 16 points per game. Duvon Maxwell's average has jumped up to 17.5 points per game. So those are really great numbers. He had 29 points last game. There you see Anthony Anderson, all-time NBL leading scorer. Just a good basketball player. Comes off screens very well and gets shots like that. So technically speaking, he showed the defense he was going to go under to the basket, popped out, used the screen efficiently. Stringer can hit the shot. Back rim, offensive rebound, keeps it alive. Stringer will try again, why not? And short that time. So long on the first 3, short on the second. He's got his hands open like, what is going on? But listen, both those shots were straight. This kid has got a knack for shooting the basketball. So that will not affect him one bit. So nice out of bounds play. Chris Johnson can shoot. Really strong player. Nice pro out of Halifax. We're really glad to have Chris Johnson. If his family's watching, let us know. So this is where Marcus will make a big difference down low. And really good shot there by Anthony Cox, who's a veteran. Good player there. So Session will miss that three. He's 2 for 4 from the three. Look at that. That's backcourt violation, but really good pressure defense by the Storm. And Stringer try again. That one's going to go. You know, he probably missed the first two because it was windy in here. I mean, that's how much confidence this kid has. So good deny defense. Hands all over Cox. So Bell's got to get down. He's not used to guarding away from the basket. You got to force him to his left side on that. I do believe that might be his second personal. Larry back into the game, as well as Brad States coming in at the 4:21 mark of the first quarter. Welcome to the broadcast, everybody. That wasn't a backcourt. Just linking back to that play. Yeah, that was, that's probably why they didn't call it. I think Terry Thomas was like, oh, he was in the front court and back court, but see, he did go front court, back court, but he was pushed back. So, or maybe he wasn't all the way in the front court. So, yeah, it's a good call. No call anyway. So, Anderson to the foul line. So again, Magic with a 2-point lead here. Okay, thanks, Jack. That's good because you know what? FIBA rules change all the time. I don't even know what rules we're playing with. So I'll read the ruling on that afterwards. Appreciate the shout there. Oh, Session really is, that three's looking good. So he's looking to establish his perimeter game, and that was an arm grab there. So the rule on that backcourt, all 3 points, 2 feet and the ball have to cross the line. Appreciate it. Anytime you can help us out up here with little information like that, we'll read it out. I do not carry a rule book anymore. So here we go. Going to the left here, Stringer will hit the dump man. Maxwell over to States with a nice penetration, stays with it, and just looking to see if he's going to get to the foul line on that. He does. No. Okay, Spencer Jeffries, my good bud from Sussex, says no, it's on the side. So there's a foul. Yeah, so he calls it early. So it's nice to see Spencer over for this game. Good referee. He's a great player one time. Oh, big shot. Tyler Scott into the game. That's what he does. So good for him hitting his first shot. And he made a huge difference in the third quarter of the game on Friday night. Came in and hit 2 massive threes. Thomas working against States. States with a rebound. Looking for someone to hit. And Mitchell picks his pocket. Thomas will get a 3, and that's what happens. Is that that's why you want to get it to your point guard early. You want to try to fast break a little bit. If it's not there, find your point guard. Thomas makes him pay. Stringer's trying to nice cut by States again. So States into this game has been very active. So the 2 UPI products into this game, Brad States and Tyler Scott, both get in and are making an impact right away. John, thanks a lot. Cheering on Terry. That a boy. Terry. Storm playing much better D. Yeah. Good to hear from you again, Benjamin Maxwell. They are playing better defense, aren't they? And they're out and denying the wings, and I think it's something that they may have been working on in practice. Hey, Game Time X. Yeah, what's going on, Frank? Best friend tuning in from Los Angeles, California. Thanks a lot for letting us know that. That's great. Any more comments that you want to make too, let us know. We want to know about Frank's session. Seems like a very great guy and just found a home here, and we're embracing him here in Charlottetown. So great to hear from Los Angeles. That's what friends do. They watch games and stuff and they cheer him on. I don't even know what time it is in Los Angeles. So it's 18-15, Magic with a small lead, but both teams are playing well. I think they're executing as well as they possibly can. As you see, Marquise Clayton, a standout player from St. Mary's University in Halifax. Watched him play a few times. And Thomas is getting hot. So this is not what you want if you're a Island Storm fan. Terry Thomas can take over, scores big numbers, hard to defend, always attack it. So Aussie into the game too, looking for Maxwell. Maxwell wants to drive. He doesn't want to shoot that shot. He's trying to get in. Look at that rebound. Oh, it's too bad for your big man. You know that was a nice play. So, wow. Zach Valeri he's really doing the most with these minutes. And that didn't go, but right idea. So we got two big men into the game for the Storm right now. Bell and Zach, too, on the other block. So they're big right now. And Brad States, too, guarding Thomas. Clayton against Aussie here. He's going to go right. It gets awful big down there in a hurry. So Scott's going to lead the break, asking for States to come over. So 1:25 left. Aussie over to Scott. We'll try to find his big man. Going to work. Tough, little bit of a tough shot. Fading away a little bit. Shooting on the opposite, off the opposite shoulder. Another rebound there. So we'll see what happens if we're gonna run a play here. 59 seconds left to go in this opening quarter. Pretty well played. The ball moving from side to side. I just don't know who wants to score here. Tyler wants to score, and he wants to look for that right there. Look at that. That could be one of the, you'll see that shot a lot in this league. That is beautiful, soft. In university, he didn't really look for that mid-range jump shot, and I've seen him shoot 2 today. So that's really, oh, big hands. Aussie gave him a lesson, boy. Picked his pocket. So this is what happens. It takes a while to watch this bang. He's not used to that happening to him in university at any level, but that's what happens. You got to pay attention a little bit more in whatever role you're in. So, oh man, that was a sweet steal. So this will try to complete the three-point play here. I hope you guys can appreciate and see the quality of the little plays. That's what I like out of these athletes, is the little things that they do to get them to this level. So we'll see what happens with Aussie and Clayton here. He's not going to try that crossover again. And that's how you learn. You got to get out on Terry Thomas's three right now, because that is dangerous. He is playing well, physical, and that's a needless foul. And Thomas is talking to States, but they're good buddies. So and for States, listen, just don't, like, Thomas is a physical player. This is what he wants you to do. Stay away from that stuff. Don't get into his body, and don't come back and look for revenge here with 2 seconds left. Clayton can hit this. In and out. 3-point lead. Magic advantage. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. So in that first quarter, Terry Thomas led the Magic team, as he does quite often. And on the other side, the Storm got some really good play out of Frank Session in the beginning of this. And then Tyler Scott hit a couple jump shots. Marcus Bell was all over the glass. So really enjoying the way this game's being played. So I have a feeling that this is going to become a huge, huge rivalry. Oh, that's nice. Ron Maxwell's mom said hello. She's his #1 fan. That is great. What's her name? So, and if she ever comes up, let's get her on the broadcast because I want to speak to Mrs. Maxwell. How did you raise such a fine young man? That's it. Thanks for all your comments too. It's 10:25 in Los Angeles. Great. I got to get out to Los Angeles. I'm sure it's warmer there than it is here. Man, it's not very nice here, but yeah, so we're getting nice comments in. What he's saying, like, so they're saying online they're talking about Frank Session being an even better Call of Duty player than a basketball player. Impossible. I don't believe it, you guys. Anyway, thanks. You guys are making the broadcast interesting and fun, so keep them coming and we'll get them on air. Takes after his dad. Virginia, okay. Virginia Maxwell. Awesome. So I hope you're watching. You should be very proud. And that's what it's about, is that these kids are and these young men have grown up and they're in a good place here, I can tell you. This part of Canada is something else. It's fantastic. So we're starting the second quarter here. Again, my name is Gordon McNeely. And we're trying to bring you the best basketball game we can bring you here and announce it fairly for both teams. So Moncton Magic fans, they've had good crowds there to start. I know my man in the broadcast booth, Scott and Dave Tingley, are bringing you guys really good action. I've listened to them a few different times here. So shout out to those guys and all the Moncton Magic fans. Get out and support this team. They are going to be very good, and come playoff time, they'll give anybody a great run. So attacking down the right side with Ossé. Shot short. Listen to this deep three for Scott. Man, this could be an unconscious night. He's looking over at the bench saying, yeah. Oh my gosh, that is pure. So, you know what? That was created by an offensive rebound. So all credit goes to the people in the trenches trying to keep that ball alive for Tyler Scott to hit a beautiful jump shot. Are you kidding me? Get out of here. Marcus Bell is talking. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, in and out for Scott. That was a heat checker for sure. So the game is tied. This is going to be a good one. Anderson gets the edge over to Williams with a corner three. Long on that one. And two guys rebounded in that basketball for the Storm. Woo-hoo. So Scott's setting himself up for a big night. And you see Chris Johnson keeping that ball alive for Scott. He sets his left foot, then when his right foot sets nicely, I've seen it a million times, it's going in. And that's Williams too. Great shooter in his own right too. So Williams with the answer. So they're not going to give Scott much room. No, it can't be an offensive foul. Oh my goodness. On the ball handler. But we're going back the other way. So you can see it for yourself. Maybe, I don't know, the defender got into the offensive player's space, but I'm not a referee. Oh, and they make them pay for that. Listen, Corey Allman has had a great start to the season. I like this kid a lot for the Moncton Magic. He can shoot the basketball. Bad closeout gives Scott room. Front back rim. Maxwell with another offensive rebound. Skip pass. One more. I'll say will shoot it himself. Short. So Anderson, let's see if he tries to find Almond on this one. And he does. See, he misses that one luckily, because that's what good guards do. Anderson tries to find the guy who's hot. And Corey Almond averaging 12.8 points per game on the season. And that's why I like Anderson. He understands his shooter just hit one, came back down, came to his side, and hit him in the corner. You can't teach that in a game situation. So Anthony Anderson doing his thing, one of the best players in the league. Stringer will shoot, missing left, but look, the offensive rebounding this team is showing is incredible. There's Frank Session, True, trying to get in and keep that ball alive. Stewart over to Williams. Almonds will come off. They'll switch that on the weak side. They're switching all the screens right now. And that's what they can do, too, with someone like Marcus Bell inside, who's quick and can defend perimeter players. They can keep him at home and switch the screens, and he'll take a seat because Moncton has a small lineup right now, so they're going to bring Brad States back in. Webster Basketball, thanks a lot. Just commenting on Universum, who does the production up here. So they are fantastic. And thanks a lot for the shout out about announcing. I'm without my main guy, Peter Rutgazer, who does a lot of hockey games around the area. So he's busy this weekend, so I'm all by myself. So which is good. These comments are helping us out because you guys are really the broadcast. Benjamin, thanks. Canada's beautiful. We're thinking about moving there. Oh, forget about visiting it now. Just move here. I mean, we thought we were going to get with you know, politics and stuff happened the last couple of years. We were getting ready. We were building places because we thought everybody was going to move. But if you're thinking about moving here, man, you should come to Charlottetown. You should go to Moncton's, another great city here. In the area, but man, there's just a great way of living here. Yeah, Dylan is thinking the NBL season is lit so far, and he's totally right. Fight between the Edge and the Niagara team last night, crazy game. Even closer game so far this year. Actually been so close. They have been good, and man, St. John's is a legit basketball team. Just entered into, I don't know how they did it. Into the league, bang, and then all of a sudden you got a contending team. So, and it's not like, you know, all these other teams they're fighting. You know, they're just coming off, and they've got Carl English again, which is a big time player coming to that team. St. John, New Brunswick, their team this year is looking fantastic. Freeman, again, lighting the league up. I haven't seen on the Ontario teams as much as the Atlantic Division, so. But they're always incredibly strong, well-disciplined, so great comments. All day, Corey. Let's go, lights out. So seeing some comments. Yeah, they seem to be picking up. Friday's game was a great game. Thanks, Jen. And they seem to be picking up, yeah, where they left off for sure. Oh, that's Francis. Thanks a lot. Listen. We love your young man, Andre Stringer. That's his mom and dad sending us a note from Mississippi. Wow. Well, that's another place I'd like to go to. So listen, anything we can do for him here, let us know. We're really, really glad to have him. So there he is, touching the ball right now, moving the ball. He gets fouled and does something really good for his team there. So, I mean, look. Mom and Dad, they've got the best defender in the league on him with Al Stewart, so they're paying him much homage. So great to hear from you. So the ball's going to be about at 9:02 left. Magic have a 6-point lead. They're running oh, he gets hit too. Stringer got hit going through. States will try it. See it here was just a little bit off right and short. They're getting the shots they want. They're just not falling. They need to buckle down and get a stop here. The Storm Deuce. Stewart's trying to find the right person. Cox with a big screen. You got to be careful with him down there. He gets good. This position is dangerous, and that's what I'm saying is Cox is. You cannot guard him when he catches the ball down there. What a pro! So you have to do the work before. That play in 2 points was also brought to you by Al Stewart. So Session will distribute. Johnson will get a look. States will clean up the glass. Offensive rebounding. Yeah. Just a little bit loose on our passing right now for Storm fans out there. Virgil Postel, Orlando, Florida. Let's go, Magic. Orlando, Florida. Wow, that's a great spot. You see a lot of Islanders down there. We all go to Orlando in a short period of time here. So there's full shot clock here. Look at this, Johnson guarding Stewart. Johnson will guard anybody. So they're looking at setting this ball screen. State switches back. State's a little bit smaller than Cox. Let's see if they try to go to him. Giving Almond no space. See, listen, basketball fans, you see this Chris Johnson kid? You see the defense he's playing? That's professional defense. Most people cannot get down in that stance with so much power and make an offensive player that nervous. And Chris Johnson, shout out to you, man. Because he's a defensive player first kind of guy. I like that. Oh, for goodness sake. And that was why I'm saying that is because just rocked his shoulders back to try to clear space. And the ref didn't like it. But you usually let that stuff go in the pro ranks, if you ask me. But the refs don't ask me anything, so. So it's an 8-point lead here. Moncton is little by little increasing that lead. So the Storm have to make a stand here and figure out what they want to do on offense. They're just not in sync offensively. Defensively, it's keeping them in it. Things like that. That's what you have to do. Oh, extra pass over to States. See, I can't say enough about Session. He could have taken that up, and he got it back, and then delivered to his big man. What a great heads-up play! And who was starting that off? It was Stringer. So if your team is in an offensive, unrhythm, we'll call it, make something happen defensively, and the Storm are doing that. Hey, Isaiah, how are you? Isaiah Robinson. So Marcus Bell's brother. Feed the man in the post, and they gotta get to the lane. Fake and drive. I'm gonna mention that to coach at halftime. But listen, we're excited to have him here, and thanks for reaching out to us. You got a really nice brother, both sides there. So welcome to the broadcast. And there's Johnson again, making it hard for one of the best players in the NBL. Offensive foul. And Cox so the refs have blown that on both sides now. So as a coach, you say, listen, cut the body stuff. The refs are blowing the whistle, and you have to tighten up. So just like these players, they feel out the reffing crew too as they're playing. Stringer one-on-one situation with Stewart. Will pop the three, short. And good box-out defense there. Almond with the rebound. Cox is going to lead the fast break. And look at the defense again. Oh, hits the right guy to Stringer in the corner. Are you kidding me? That's how you play. Oh, my goodness. So many good things on that play. Wow, and that'll cause a timeout, a magic timeout. We get that replay cooked up because this is the best crew. Look at this Session over. Marcus Bell brought the defender, a few defenders when he was coming straight down the middle, hit Stringer on the weak side, and that's a great three. Stringer's not going to miss that too many times. Wide open, in the flow of their fast break. That's how it's done. So these pro teams, sometimes they get into an offensive rut, and I would say the Island Storm were in that in this second period, but their defense led to their offense. So they made some plays happen at center court, dug the ball out. Stringer, you see also my favorite defender in the league is Chris Johnson out of St. Bonaventure. So watch for him. Thanks, John Davis. Mrs. Jahi Carson is unreal talent. Session and Stringer are a great backcourt. I would agree. I mean, we all miss G. He was a really nice man, and did. I'm not sure where he's playing. I think we talked about this. Peter, my guy, was talking about this the other day, and we kind of knew, but they replaced the backcourt, and it's looking very good into the future here. So, great comments, everybody. Appreciate the interaction. Yeah, so what a nice finish to cause this timeout, and kudos to Stringer, Chris Johnson, and Frank Session for leading that. And listen, Marcus Bell, by him running the floor that hard, is going to open up these shooting lanes for other guys. And listen, States is in there. He's running the floor well. A lot of really good things here to bring this game to within 4. And if you're Moncton, you're in a good spot. You're doing all the things right. Look at that. Anderson was just determined. Anderson's talking to the Storm bench. And Johnson comes back and answers. So there's some heated stuff between these teams. I'm going to call it all night. I'm going to let you know when I see some things that maybe you can't see. And this is what these, oh, look at that stance. Stringer's defensive stance on that is pretty amazing. You're not going to want to penetrate against that. So crowd's starting to get into it. Corey Almond will inbound the play to Cox. You got to do your homework with, oh, sorry, that's Baines. That's my man Baines posting up. So Baines, longtime Island Storm player, chatted with him a couple weeks ago, or when he was here for last game. Really nice young person there. So best wishes from your old Storm friends here. Going to the foul line here. Almond won't miss these. Yeah. Good shoot and release number 3. Corey Almond is great. Great strokes in the league. Gets foul on the way up. Chris Johnson making it happen. And that foul is going to go against Terry Thomas. And Thomas is over talking to Joe Salerno. And that's what happens is these guys are playing physical. And Terry Thomas, strong 3 player. I mean, physically, mentally as well. But, you know, Johnson's up to the challenge on that. Oh, thanks, Chris. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Chris, thanks a lot again. Jahi Carson is in the Greek League, which is, that's high-level basketball. It's probably just underneath maybe this league in caliber of play, because I'm really high on what these kids are doing. This is a good level of basketball here. And then Chris, again, thinks that the NBL has NBA talent in playing right now, and I would completely agree. Obviously, it does London Lightning have players that can play in the NBL. You know, Carl English could have played in the NBA for sure. I mean, look, Anthony Anderson, same thing. Frank Session for sure. So absolutely, I'm just going through off the top of my head. So Gabe Freeman at a St. John, unbelievable talent. So there's on with the ball. The ball's moving over to Baines. He can hit the mid-range too. Oh man, good take by Baines, but listen, Storm fans, you got to get out and see Marcus Bell play. I couldn't even see what was happening down there, and it looked like, and then you just look, and then boom, Marcus Bell has the ball against a veteran Baines on a hard penetration play. Gonna be an impact player, calling it. So the ball's moving. Yet to see Session really penetrate today. Just a little bit quick on that release, Bell. Hold your hand up there. Just kind of snap that release. So I would like to see him hold that finish a little bit if he watches the video again. Again, there's not much offensive rebounding space for this Moncton team. Look at that extra pass. And who's there? Bell will get it to Stringer. Mishandles. Oh, so there's good things happening all over the floor here. I mean, Johnson with a layup that just hangs on the rim like one of those putts that won't go in. It just hangs on the cup there. That's what happened. And then Marcus Bell with the offensive rebound. Oh. And gets the call. So Session tried to penetrate. Did he penetrate it and got the call? There's the reach in. That's Anderson. He's smiling about it. So 4-18. This has been a great first half of basketball. I'm really just sitting here just kind of enjoying this. Both teams are doing some pretty good things. Marcus Bell with a good shot attempt from 0 feet. Anderson will try to attack. Well, you can't lead him that much. Maybe you can. And Session just kind of puts his hands up in disbelief. And that was just, oh, this is these two players, Anderson and Session, man. This is a game within a game. Watch this play. Like, he's forcing him right, because that's what you should do. But when you get the kind of skills that Anderson done, he's so low to the ground. You can't force this guy in any kind of a direction. And because he can go both ways at the same pace and speed. And that is a nice basketball game within a basketball game. Watching these two athletes go at it, I'm pumped. Somebody's a little bit upset about Canada. Oh, boys. There's nothing to be upset about. We live in one of the greatest countries around. So, and this country's excited. Stringer's here. So. Good shot. He's creating his offense. He's got a big job to do guarding Corey Almond. So that's a nice matchup too. And Tyler Scott's going to get a crack at Terry Thomas. They switch that screen. Williams up top. There's Scott and Thomas. There's a rare offensive rebound and putback for Moncton. That was a big-time play. Kevin Farrell Thomas into the game. So nice play by him. Shot goes up. And then just uses his muscle and size. Got to grab this one. And too many. See, that time couldn't. The space just collapsed for the Island Storm. So 3. Oh, Franklin, big time play. Did you see that, Mom? Woo! Wow, that's skills. So this is a nice don't foul. And Session did the right thing. He pulled back, can't pick up another foul right now. And very good defense. And Anderson, again, he took him to the basket on the right side, then came back left. Session was there. That takes that extra step. Beautiful play. A little short there. Nitty can't get it. I think he might have been looking for the foul. Oh, wait, that's a great play. So Session missed the shot, but then doesn't hang his head, and Terry Thomas coming full speed, just gets a hand in there. That's enough. Just laughing at some of the comments. You guys are funny. Oh, boys. Stringer. Listen, this young man is legit. Low to the ground, very balanced. Look at the defense there. travel. And that, again, look, this game between Anderson and Session, this is what we want. We watch basketball. A lot of us who've played basketball watch it for the matchups and the quality matchups. It doesn't get better than that in the NBL. Across North America, to see Nitti and Anderson go, I would pay to just watch those two play one-on-one. The ball's moving. Scott's got it up top. Over to Frank, but you got to get some movement on trying to go into the low block. Nice cut. What? Are you kidding me? I'm leaving. Scott is making an impact of this game. He was going right to left, shooting and backwards at the same time, and still could put that ball in. So Scott's, look, he's finding his rhythm. This is what we saw for 4 years in college. Can't get that one in. 5 years. He played 2 years at Acadia and 3 years at UPEI, and thank God I've got a chance to see this kid play for that long. But Terry Thomas is no joke. He's saying, man, it's Thomas time. Thomas is one of the best Canadian pros this league has in a scene, and that's why. Oof, man. I can't believe the quality of play in this first quarter. First half, what are we at? I hope you're enjoying the basketball game, folks. My name again is Gordon McNeely. I think we might have, look at that shot. Showing some replays here. Tyler Scott. So balanced and so good. Tyler Scott went down to the States to play junior college. He could have gone to the NCAA and played. He was recruited, but he wanted to stay closer to home. And went to Acadia and then was always good friends with Tim Kendrick. Tim Kendrick out of Nova Scotia, Horton High School. Coached a lot of the teams down there, the summer teams, and brought Tyler Scott over to UPEI, and the rest was history. Became one of the best basketball players in CIS history. I'll say there is the same thing. Played at Quebec, went to Little Rock in Arkansas, and for everybody watching from the States, Canada has 11 provinces, and that go to Canada games to play basketball, and that's a big deal. So it's every 4 years, and Jose was the leader of the Quebec team, which is the province just to our PEI's left, so more central, and he was the leader on that team, and his team played against Nova Scotia, which is a smaller province that was led by Tyler Scott and Marquise Clayton playing on the other side. So just to give you some history about these kids know each other, and they went on to do big things after that. So Canada basketball, look out. It's pretty fantastic. So 1:36 left. Look at that. Stringer will try the three, short. And some of these threes are a little bit short right now for the Storm, but they're getting good looks. So Scott on Thomas. Thomas, yeah, he wants to shoot this. He's shooting the ball well. I said to somebody before the game, if Thomas shoots the ball well today, the Storm are in trouble, and he is. So look at that, no space for Almond. Almost hits it. Big block to start the fast break over to Stringer. No, that's 2 points for Chris Johnson. Really good fast break, Mr. Tim Kendrick from the Island Storm. Feeling good. These guys are inspiring tonight. How's everybody in Moncton? Are you guys watching? I know of 7 people today from PEI who went to Costco. That's what we do in PEI. We go to Costco. So ball's attacking on the right side, getting the ball screen. Session will try. And he's thinking about it a little bit now. These are good shots, Frank. You got to keep shooting that basketball. Just you're not missing by much. Watch this tape back again. You're right there. Foul. Great pressure defense leads to turnover. And the Island Storm's fast break, it looks like the Phoenix Suns of 1997. Like, wow. Big Z with the block. Nate, thanks a lot. You betcha. Tyler Scott could start on some other teams in the league. Good bench player to have, isn't he? I'm pumped. And just the greatest kid. He's not a kid anymore. I got to remember that. Young man. Nate Dogg in the house. Neighbors in the north, yeah. So, yeah, listen, we just had a comment. I just want to talk about it. Like, on here it says, Terry Thomas is a low-key James Harden, and that is a great way to put it. I think that you're completely right. Terry Thomas penetrates. When he turns it on, he can go left to right and then straight at the basket. And for young players out there, why James Harden is so good, he's got a handle, and he's not thinking about, oh, this side is not that. He can go either way, and when he decides to go away, he's just attacking the basket in a straight line. And that puts so much pressure on a defender. You can't defend that, and Terry Thomas does that very well. And they're both very strong physical players. So great analogy. That's probably one of the best ones I've seen. So appreciate it. Good question, Benjamin. Why is Mad Max out so long? Benjamin, you would know. I don't have my stats thing up. Could it be foul issues? I'm not sure. That's a great question. I mean, Maxwell hasn't played much of that second quarter, and very, very good point too. So it could be because, Tyler Scott didn't play a lot last game. Maxwell played a lot, and this game Tyler Scott came out hitting jump shots. So it's if they share that position, it's usually at this level they go with a hot hand for certain periods of time. That's probably my best analogy. So I'm really enjoying. Are you guys enjoying this first half of basketball? It's being well played. I'm pretty excited. We hope to get Brett Poirier up for the third quarter for a bit. And Brett Poirier, if you want to ask any questions about the Island Storm organization, I do believe he's the general manager. So we're going to get him up. And what I want to do is ask if you have any questions about the Island Storm during the broadcast, or ask him. So we'll bring him up and we'll get him to commentate with us as well. So listen, there's only 10 seconds left in this quarter. So 42-45. Dangerous man with the ball right here. Finds Williams, long distance three. Back rim, you're not going to get a shot off. So that's the way it's going to end. Great first half of basketball here in the NBL. My name's Gordon McNeely. Hope you're enjoying it. Listen, get some, get that turkey in the oven. I don't know what you're going to eat. Get that turkey in the oven. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. So to bring you the third quarter. Hello, Gordon McNeely back. We're just about 50 seconds away. That's what it says on the clock here in Charlottetown. Great first half of basketball. So hopefully you're getting settled in for a good second half here. Some really good individual plays and performances that first half. Marcus Bell came in for the Storm, did a really good job on the defensive glass. Tyler Scott got hot. Franklin Session was a little bit cold from three. Took a few threes, hit a couple early, but they were looking good. So when those start to drop, good minutes out of Kembe Osei. Didn't see much of Devon Maxwell in that first half. So really good play all around by the Storm. The shots just didn't drop, and that's pretty much the difference in this game. Anthony Anderson was dueling with Franklin too at that point guard position. Terry Thomas really strong first half. We also saw Anthony Cox get good post position down low, and Corey Almond do his thing. So Tim Mitchell kind of quiet in that first half, and the Storm basketball coming out. You're not going to want to miss this one. Yeah, John, thanks a lot. We'll see. Moncton is becoming a strong second half team, so Storm has their work cut out for them. You're right, because they have Anthony Anderson down the stretch, and he's their go-to guy, and they run everything through him. A little bit of a change in defense, a switching defense to start. This is a zone, and Maxwell will get the first shot, front rim, back rim, and out. And that's tough to stop. He's good at that. Al Stewart. Once he gets a step on you. There's a storm brewing, Nate. Yep. So we'll see the adjustments here. This is a switching type of zone defense. Two good shots by Maxwell. Anderson to Stewart, over to Tim Mitchell. He sets good screens. Oh, what a rebound. What ball handling with his left hand to control that rebound. Nitty coming in the two spot, asking for a squirt. Oh, gee. That was a great. Oh, you got hit. Hit hard. So a couple taps there from these players. What attracts players to the NBL? That's a good question. Saturn space. I think it's the look. Kids are young men athletes after they've played in the NCAA and the CIS here in Canada. They've had to go overseas to continue their professional careers. Always thinking about Europe, going to play. And when young men go to Europe, it's hard for them to go away for 6 to 9 months, and with cultures, different language barriers, gaps, it's very isolating. So to come back and to play in a community that's in North America is very attractive, and they will sometimes take maybe even a pay cut to do that. So it's nice to play here, and they know the guys, and they form good. Sometimes the players that they play with overseas don't speak the same language, have jobs. Oh, Stringer just misses long. That looked good. So that's just again an assumption, really, but I've heard that from a few guys. So ball screen right, Williams and Terry Thomas. Thomas crosses him back over to come back, and Williams with a nice hook. Chris Johnson gobbles up the rebound. Stringer's going to try to fast break. Stringer wide open three that time. And man, he connects and he points at Nitty for the assist. So, thanks Nate for the shout out about the announcing. It's really quite easy with this level of basketball to announce these great athletes. So out of Drake, there's Al Stewart. Thomas and Johnson love this matchup. Oh, starts a fast break. Maxwell with a spin. Thomas staying in front of him, finds the hot guy. Unselfish pass. That is great, great basketball. Listen, the Storm fast break is looking extremely good. For them to be able to be that control. And remember, Stringer caught the ball in the wing. He passed up. Look at Maxwell working to get to the basket. Eyes up. Finds Stringer in the corner. He passed on that. And if you remember, fans, he had just hit a 3. Beautiful straightaway. There was no reason for him not to shoot that ball, except that he's unselfish and he wants to win. And he finds his big man down low. Marcus Bell will sub in here for Zach right now. So good minutes out of him. Strong, he's getting better. Marcus Bell comes in to give him some relief. Stringer for 3, that's right. So they're trying to deny, Session is trying to deny Al Stewart the basketball. Anderson's coming off from the 2-guard position. And I like that for Moncton. They're Al Stewart's point, and Mitchell does what he does. He's a freight train. He's not going to stop. He's going right to the basket. So what Moncton's done this year, and I like it. Anderson, before in the past when he played for St. John, was a point guard, period. But now they're bringing Al Stewart in for the point guard, who is a distributor, assist guy, defender of the other team's point guard, and allows Anderson to come to a 2-guard position. So allows him to rest and really focus a little bit more on his offensive game. So we'll get set up here. We're going to have a friend of ours join the broadcast in about 3 or 4 minutes here. So again, we talked about it in the first half. So we'll get that set up. We'll do a mic check, and then he'll be on. Oh yeah, Session with the big shot. So Mitchell, again, he's done some good stuff. Let's see, Marcus Camp, can he guard that? Williams, quick release. Rattles around, and the smallest guy on the floor grabs the rebound. Can't even see Al Stewart in there. He's going to start the fast break. This could lead to a dunk, folks. And just an easy 2, which is a smart move. Perfect. Put you on. Wow. So Magic taking a 2-point lead here. Good basketball to start. We've got my friend and boss, I might add, Mr. Brett Poore. How you doing today?
I'm pretty well. It's a pleasure to be up here. It's been a few years, Gord, but you're doing a fantastic job for us this year.
Oh, thanks. These fans are great. They oh, that's a nice basket there, Tim Mitchell. Yeah, these players are a joy to broadcast for. I get all pumped up. I got to calm down sometimes.
It's an exciting team this year.
So exciting.
We've got fantastic guards in Stringer and Session, and we've got great forward play with Devon Maxwell, who kind of came out of the blue for us. Wayne McCullough's done good work for us. Brad States, of course. Tyler Scott, great UPEI star. And I mean, at this addition of Bell down in the post is fantastic. He is just full of energy.
Oh yeah.
And you know, whenever he gets a little more comfortable and his legs get under him, he said quite a travel day a few days ago. So
yeah,
he's going to be something else.
We talked about that in the first half, and we saw Al Stewart shooting it from 16, 17 feet. He could hit that. Didn't look that comfortable there. But I think this guy's getting a little bit hot. Look at that. What is and Maxwell's down. So we'll see. Looks like he's grabbing his face. He got maybe hit in the face. We'll watch the replay up here on this. Yeah, he got a forearm, a big Tim Mitchell forearm. Oh man,
that's a guy you don't want to get hit from. He's the biggest guy on that court.
He's like the George Foreman of the league. Man, he's just. But it wasn't intentional. Obviously, these guys are kind of great friends.
Unfortunately, of course, Maxwell's back up. He is so tough. Like I think that's one thing that Coach Kendrick was so amazed by him when I talked to him in training camp, is just that he's so gritty and he always wants to track down that loose ball. That is his thing, just to chase down whatever he can get his hands on. And he's done a marvelous job. I think he had a 14 rebound game here about a week ago now.
Amazing.
So it's just, he's everywhere. And he's only about 6'7", so he's really getting up there.
Yeah. And it's starting to look a little bit sloppy for Moncton. I love the Storm's defense. Tim Kendrick has this team coming out hard. Oh, just missed time there. 3 Storm went up for the rebound, but Tim Kendrick has this team coming out hard in the third quarter, and I like that.
That's a Coach Kendrick thing, though. I think at UPEI, he was always great after timeouts, after quarter breaks, and halftime. It's just the way he plays is fire up his guys, get them energized, and just get them ready to come back and try to maximize these breaks whenever he gets them.
And he's a real players coach. I think that you guys are incredibly lucky to get Tim Kendrick. His possession, quick release. Look at, see that? That's what Bell brings. He keeps the ball alive, gets his team another possession. Not many players can do that. So a good product there from Bell.
His job, a former Storm player, I have to commend it. Jeremy Williams, he's just fantastic. He, chasing down those loose balls, he always makes a smart basketball play, and he's an all-around great guy. So, really cool to see him in the league, after many years. And, Moncton has quite a team this year, so they're definitely playing really well. But we feel pretty good that we can match up with them pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, that's got to be Storm ball, but it's not. So Tim Kendrick just did an Irish jig there, and I haven't seen that in a few years.
Yeah, he doesn't do that around the office much for good reason. But
there's he's got bad ankles. That's the problem. Boys, he showed some excitement there, but that looked like. But that happens. You got to just keep playing. I mean, look at that penetration. That's. Are they going to count the basket? Count the basket. So that's a big play. Terry Thomas is good at that. Once he gets going to the basket, tough guy to stop. Look, you can't give him that much of an angle because you just can't recover. So that left leg, Chris Johnson, and watch the tape over, that left leg has to be, you just can't give that much of an angle. So Thomas takes advantage of it. So listen, so we've got Brett Poirier up here. What's your, just to tell fans, what's your role with the Storm? What's your title?
I'm the vice president of the team, so I kind of do it all. In a sense, I manage the business, front office staff. I'm not too involved with the basketball, but I like to keep an eye on just what's going on. I know Coach and his staff do a fantastic job there, but just, sponsorship, sales, all the numbers stuff, that's kind of my thing.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll get them as they're cutting. Look at the Moncton's defense really come alive here, too. Oh, my goodness! Oh. What are you talking about?
Oh, wow.
What?
That's why we brought him here.
Well, good job, Mr. VP.
I'd say he got his legs back under him.
Marcus Bell. Out of a broken play, they barely had a second to shoot.
Look at that replay. My goodness. He just came out of nowhere. He is strong, though.
I jumped.
Wow.
Look at that. Look, they're working hard. You can hear the crowd, too. Different. He's not stopping. And he does it again. Whoa. Marcus Bell, he's all over the place. Devon Maxwell and Marcus Bell are going to play really nice together. Devon Maxwell did not stop there, going hard to the basket. And look at Joe Salerno out on the floor talking to the ref. But there's Bell getting a hug from Coach Kendrick. And this is what I mean. Kendrick's a player's coach. You can see it in his eyes. He cares about his players.
Oh, big time. He is so connected to all of them. He texts them every single day, first thing in the morning, to let them know what their schedule is. He's always on top of everything with that, and the guys just love him.
Yeah, so we're starting to see it online. Marcus Bell wide open, dude, Bell, Marcus, woo. So thanks a lot for the comments. They're coming in so fast. I can't read them. So listen, I want questions for the VP. If you want to ask a couple questions, this is your time. Like instead of me asking him questions, he's up here. He's that's what the Storm does. It reaches out to their fans and their fan base. But we're here with Brett Poirier, who's the vice president, and it just said that he takes complete credit for Marcus Bell coming here.
Actually, you know what? You know who found him? It was Franklin Session. They played together in the Drew League, so I guess they knew each other through that. And Session told us that we could expect big things from him, but we had to wait a week to get him. So
Yeah.
We patiently waited, then we finally got him here, and we were pumped when we got him. Like, he was as big as advertised, as energetic as advertised, so like really just a perfect fit around here.
Yeah, and they said the league seems to be able to attract these high-level players, and this is what the discussion is online. I can't read them all, but you know, Frank Sessions, Jarian Henry, Marcus Bell, the Drew League imports are going to be a trend in the NBL. So, you know, the Drew League obviously is the summer league in the Los Angeles, California area. And once you get one or two guys coming up here, it kind of like people want to come and play, because Charlottetown, it must be fairly easy for you guys to attract these young men to Charlottetown. It just seems like a great place to play basketball.
I think so. I mean, it's pretty easy in a sense whenever we've been around for 7 years. It's been a consistent brand in the community. I mean, it's little things that you wouldn't think of, like the court. We have such a beautiful court here in Charlottetown. Players see photos of that. They love it. They see great photos from our photographers. They see great video from the folks at Universal Media and everyone here, like yourself, who's a part of this show. So it's all of these little things that add up to a big, big reason why we're able to recruit good players. And I think every team has its quality pieces, and then some teams don't. And I mean, we have things we have to get better at too. But you know, every team has something to offer these guys, and I think, you know, one thing is just a consistent fan base, a consistent business culture here, and the guys really seem to like that.
Well, that's great. Well, it's great to be associated with the team, and I mean, you're a pretty good boss.
I try.
I only see you a couple times a week, but
I enjoy seeing you, though, and I enjoy listening to you too, which is what matters more.
Yeah, that's great. So, listen, Marcus Bell, after that free throw, we'll head to the bench. But what an impact he's had, because you could feel Moncton was starting to give it all they had. Oh, 2 shots, and that's what Terry Thomas does. He kind of turns the corner and puts pressure on you right away. And even though that he was coming out of a double team, he knew exactly where he wanted to get to.
And Gord, if you don't mind, I just want to take a moment just to thank some of our sponsors. So I'm looking down at the court and I see probably 25 courtside signs. You know, we've got All-Star Cresting, The Guardian, Credit Union, Capital Honda, Insight, Irving. I don't know if I should read them all. This might take a minute, but you know, we've got so many great partners, and now I feel I probably should read them. Vogue Optical, Bantex, Tim Hortons, Device Doctors, United Janitorial, Northern Jewelers, Taco Boys, Party Perfect, KKP, Global Pet Foods, Prebuilt Steel, New Cap Radio, The Journal Pioneer, CMS Law, Outriders. I'm almost done, folks. Atlantic Mortgage, Sam's Restaurant, JNC Ventures, Broad Hotels, and Connolly Group. That's just some of the partners, but these businesses are so supportive of this team,
they really are.
We acquired a dozen new ones this summer. This makes such a difference for this team, and that's why we're able to.
Look at that penetration as Scott comes, but gets blocked at the last minute. But yeah, no, the sponsors are everything for these teams, and you guys have done a good job of getting them out into the community, and really, you guys, I'm looking at these athletes are at the mall, they're at Sherwood School, they're all over the place with the community. So kudos to you and this team for.
Well, that's a big part of it, right? You have to be out there. You have to be interacting with the kids. It's really all about the kids and the family support. And, you know, we have so many loyal season ticket holders. Just families who come to these games. So to give back to them is really important.
Sure. I'll say we'll enter it into Scott. He's looking for. They're not giving Scott any space in this third quarter. I think they chatted about him at halftime. So the ball's moving a little bit. Scott's trying to penetrate on Marquise Clayton. Those guys know each other. Just back rim, good shot by Scott. 2-point lead for the Storm. As we're chatting here with Brett Poirier, who's the vice president, and there's a question for you. It came in online. I'll read it when we get a sec. But Baines and States going at each other. Look at the mismatch, Baines and Scott. Scott gives up 50 pounds to Baines. Terry Thomas 3 from the corner, and what did I say before? I was like, this game, if Terry Thomas can hit the outside jump shot, it's a new world for this Moncton Magic team, and he's having a great basketball game. So you got to defend that. And listen, there's a question here about how they were like, how did the team get Maxwell?
Well,
take us through that a little bit.
All right, so now I have to think back. That was, I believe Maxwell was part of just a recruiting pitch. Now, one thing that we didn't do this summer is that that we do a lot of summers is we go out, we do combines, we do all of these things to get a look at players. Now, we didn't do any of that this summer because we were going through the coaching change and whatnot, so we weren't able to make those things happen. But we spent weeks studying video, talking to agents, coaches, everyone everywhere. And Devon Maxwell came from a school in the New York area, and of course he was named Mad Max, and there was this crazy reputation of him. And a nice drive there by, I believe that was Clayton, but that was a miss. Now Maxwell wide open, right under the hoop.
Thought about it, so you could see Ase thought about it, but decided against it. And why not make the other team play defense? But he definitely saw him, so.
But yeah, no, Mad Max was the guy that we got based on reputation. We heard he was the best defender we could ever land, and he's lived up to the reputation. He's been fantastic for that. And he's been great.
There is Anderson with the answer back. So this game is I punch you, you punch me. Good rebound there underneath by Moncton, and Moncton's playing well on the road here. Clayton getting some much-deserved minutes. So that's good to know. Any other questions? Like, let us know. The fans are, the Island Storm management is up here in the, big time. Thomas is going to be a problem here in this fourth quarter. So he's feeling it. He's talking to you see that?
Yeah.
Marcus Bell.
He's jogging a little bit over there
Thomas
with the bench.
are talking. Great camera angle. They are talking to each other. Saw both of them going crazy. It's going to be a heated finish here. 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. And Anderson trying to look for the foul there. Can the Storm start their fast break again? Oh, nice move. Gets bumped, traveling call. 3 subs coming in for the Storm. So Session, Stringer, and Wayne McCullough is going to come into the game, I do believe, for the first time.
So Wayne's a great energy guy. Just comes into the game. He can shoot the long-range bomb, but he can do so much more with some defensive plays, like taking a charge and getting a block and a steal. Sure. He's great like that. And you can see Terry Thomas really trying to get open down there. So hopefully the Storm are able to fend that one off.
Yeah, we got another question for the VP here coming up after when we get a second. So look at this defense. This is the matchup I love. Session, and look at States coming out defending hard. No foul call there, but shot clock violation. Cox had good position down there. So good defense by, listen, Brad States right there came out and hedged. Let's call hedging a screen. And he can guard 1 through 5 States, so he came out and did a great job there. It's a little 3-man weave just to get the ball moving. There's the one-on-one matchup you're looking for. Finds States in the corner, can hit the shot.
There we go.
And he does, man. And just like that, we talked about Thomas being a problem. Now, if States can hit that shot, the Storm team's a big problem.
We put a lot of pressure on Brad this year. He of course had a start about a week ago, and we're expecting big things from him. And he's been on and off a little bit this season, but we really believe he can have a huge year for us. And there was honestly, we were internally talking. He could be in the running for Canadian of the Year. So just a great open shot for States.
And I was talking to Brad, and he said he played with a bone fracture in his foot most of last year. Look at that spin dribble, just get space. He's getting hit in there, but Cox is a big boy. Look at the effort. So good effort by Nitty down there to get 2 good shots up. 47 seconds left in the third quarter. We'll keep the VP around maybe for the little bit of the fourth if you can. I don't know.
I've got a minute or two. This is fun up here.
It's fun, eh? It's
the best view of the game.
So we'll answer some of these questions here. Terry's on fire, I know. The Bell kid's a hustler. So those are some of the comments coming in. So 39 seconds left, 1-point game. And look at the score, 62-63, which isn't very high for an NBL game at this. Usually we're in the 70s. We're touching on close to coming to 80 points at this time. So this has been a good defensive struggle. States will pass on the 3. looking for the foul, trying to draw that foul. Marquise Clayton will start. 9 seconds left to go. Uses the screen, finds a shooter.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Oh, man. Devon Maxwell, he is probably about 11 and a half feet in the air, so that'll bring the third quarter to a close. So the Storm down 1, heading into the fourth. They've rested a few key players and will be ready. Listen, question. Chris asks, what was your path to becoming the VP of this team and your advice for people who want to eventually work for an NBLC organization?
Well, I started a long time ago. I've been with this team now for 7 years, and it started as a volunteer writer originally. I created a blog called the Storm Watch blog. I was 16 at the time. Did that for a couple of years. Then I became, I guess I had your role. I became the play-by-play broadcaster for 2 years. Then I went to college, graduated, took a marketing position. So after a year of that, I became the vice president. So it was just I guess, slowly working the way up the ladder. So the best advice is you have to get involved. And you have to be willing to, do some stuff for free at the start. Get your name out there, volunteer, work long hours, early days, late nights. But it's fun. Like, if you're not having fun doing this job, then it's just not for you. Because I love basketball and I love entertaining people, and that's really the point of this, is to provide, the folks of Prince Edward Island a fun night or a fun afternoon out, and I think we do a really good job of that. And if you're not passionate about it, it's just not for you.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it that you guys do a first-class organization, and and then the kind of a follow-up question would have been, Nate got spreading the word about the Island Storm. So he's watching the broadcast. Maybe he's getting excited about it. They're trying to spread the word on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. We need to show the intensity of the level of play here. What do you guys do for social media? How can people watching the games help spread the word, perhaps? Any advice for?
Well, I think one thing I admire so much about the NBA's approach to social media, and I mean, we don't have the horses that the NBA has. They'll have 10 people at a game handling social media, and they have the best in the world. But we've got very, very good staff who, we're on Instagram, we're on Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook. We have an email list, a text opt-in list. So we are out there. I think one thing, we get lots of likes on our content, we get lots of shares and all that stuff, but I think we need fans to engage, more comments, basketball comments, whenever we're posting a photo of Wayne McCullough with the shot, tell us why you like Wayne McCullough, or say, he needs to play better and he can do more, or he's played a great game,
Sure.
A little bit of competitiveness online is what we want. We want to engage with fans a bit more, and that's a big thing for us. The NBA fans are so passionate, and, we want that too.
Yeah. Well, that's good. And you just got a shout out from the family of Devon Maxwell. They said VP did a great job recruiting, and that must make you feel pretty good. So
I really shouldn't take credit. I think that was all our coaching staff, but he has been just fantastic.
Well, we're
so well liked here.
We look there. He's taking the ball to the basket, finds right play, and he's right there for the offensive rebound. So those are the type of attempts you want. And Marquise Clayton playing well right now. So Marquise Clayton, young guard, he's got to make sure of his passes, right? So you get it in the air, and those passes have been there in college and university. They're not quite there at this level. So he's got a ton of potential at 5'8". He's guarding Stringer. Not easy at all. Look at that pass.
Beautiful.
Are you kidding me?
That was timed perfectly, and credit to Stringer, of course, and Brad States for rolling at the perfect time. And it's easy to overcommit on something like that, but States stayed on the ground until it was out of Stringer's hands. Perfect timing.
Yeah. These are getting a lot of love on they're saying you could be president soon. Do you realize that?
Well, I need to acquire some wealth for that one first, but I'm going to leave that one up to Mr. Duncan Shaw. He does a great job with that.
Yeah. And that's going to be a defensive foul on Brad States. Or is it?
I think it is a block.
14? Yeah. So Terry Thomas just puts a lot of pressure on your defense. So any news of any other potential teams in PEI? I'm going to go ahead and take that and say no.
It's tough.
Yeah, that's such a cute question. Saturn's face. We have one professional team in Prince Edward, and this is it.
I think it would be amazing if we could have, the Summerside Charlottetown thing. But we just don't have the market. It's just, we have 150,000 people in this entire province. We're the smallest market by quite a margin. So it's just, it would be impossible, but I'll tell you, it'd be some cool if we could do it.
Yeah, this is great. And I love, we got great fans too. They get involved in the broadcast. And just makes it interesting for us up here. So Maxwell trying to find space. Look at that.
He's everywhere.
Oh, he's Dennis Rodman on the boards. Gets Brad. Oh, underneath his legs. Yeah. And that's accidental, but you got to be careful there. So, listen, Maxwell keeps that ball alive. He's such an explosive jumper, and he would have been a good cornerback in football. He probably had played cornerback. Sorry.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are multi-sport athletes.
Yeah.
I know in the past, Brad State's wide open underneath, but they're so athletic. They can do it all.
Look at McCullough gets an open look.
There we go.
Oh, baby. There was not much room there for a while, and he's shaking his head up and down. He's feeling it. Oh, this game is just getting better and better. So hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast today. Again, we got Brett Poirier, who is the vice president with the Island Storm, for probably the next couple minutes here. And then he's going to have to go down and probably do vice presidential things.
I knew that was coming. And also, another player I just want to, kind of thank for his time here with us, Tyrell Baines. He was fantastic in his years with the Storm, always willing to go the extra mile to speak with a kid or interact with a fan. He was, and so consistent on the court. So we really, really would have loved to have him back, but, we appreciated everything he did for us.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw that last foul, but it was a good Tom Hanks show there for the shooter. There was not much contact, but
I heard the 3 Blind Mice song played in the arena, so that's usually a sign.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, they play that whenever there's a questionable call downstairs.
It's probably a good time. Is it true that Cowboy Mike Hughes is the mayor? No, no, he's not the mayor.
He's our mayor.
He's the mayor in this building.
Mayor of Stormville.
He's a wrestler, and he does the announcing. Great guy too.
We were disappointed we couldn't have him this past Friday and tonight. Pass underneath, cut off by Cox there, but he's just fantastic. The energy he brings, and he's got such a way of connecting with the Islanders.
Yeah.
They love him here.
Yeah, exactly. We did have the potential mayor on Friday night, Al Douglas.
Was he up here?
For mayor. Yeah, we brought him on for about half an hour.
Fantastic.
And he just laughed the whole time, and he talked to all the fans online. So yeah, he's down in the front row. I don't know if the cameraman knows him by Joe Salerno. He's sitting down in the front row. So good for him. He's going to campaign for the next 11 months and try to do something cool.
Al is fantastic. He does so many great things without any reason to do it at this point. I can only imagine what he'd do for the city as an elected official, but he is fantastic.
Yeah. Nice floating shot up. Look at the rebound. Baines is making a difference in this game, especially in this fourth quarter with 9:21 left. This is going back and forth, 1-point game. There's Al Douglas on your screen.
And he is without hair this time. Like, it's hard to call. He could have about a foot of beard hair, or he could have nothing at all and not even a hat. But yeah, I think that's the mayoral look, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, this is going to be a timeout. Storm will talk it over, and Baines is making a big difference down low. Didn't play a whole lot in this game, and he's coming in as a veteran, and he's going to come in and set hard screens for Anthony Anderson if this game gets close. You can expect him to do good things with the basketball. So the Storm have to be ready for that, and I think Coach Kendrick is talking about that, getting his guys ready. So. Well, it's great to have you, and I'm really glad you came up. And listen, I want you guys to know, all the parents out there watching, that when the vice president of an organization comes up to spend half an hour with you, that means a lot. So please feel free to reach out to Brett. You can find him on the Storm website anytime. Send him a link if you have any questions or comments. We try to be as open as we can. So
Absolutely, and I want to hear from all of you, and we want to make this thing even better than it is right now. So don't be afraid to share your comments, thoughts, and yeah, we want to keep getting better and keep producing a fun night of entertainment for the fans.
Yeah, just a couple more questions. Where was Ossie? Where was he recruited from?
Well, Coach Kendrick coached against him at the Canada Games, of course. When he was on Team Quebec, Coach Kendrick was for Team Nova Scotia. So that was in 2009, and Tim has known him since then. So he was on his radar for a long time. He ended up going to, I believe, Arkansas to play his college ball. So went there, and yeah, exactly. And they I don't know if they kept in touch, but they at least knew each other pretty well. And then whenever Coach got the job, I believe they kind of crossed paths, and that's where it started. And he's been a great backup.
Oh, he's going to be a great player, like instinct galore. And then, listen, when the season's over, vice president duties, is it an all-year thing for you, or is there an off-season? And
not really. I mean, basically, like whenever the season ends, I kind of.
Oh, that was tipped.
Ooh, that was close. The selling starts, sponsorship starts, planning for next year starts. So
front back rim
never really dies there. It just it keeps going. So it's a 12-month year for me, but this is definitely the funner part of it.
Yeah, exactly. Nice matchup there. Session does a good job, and Anderson gets the open three. Almond short. Look at starting the fast break with your point guard off the rebound. Stringer's going to get it over to States. He's thinking about that shot now. You just need to shoot it, big guy. You're an unbelievable shooter, but that's even better. Session going hard to the basket. So that's a big basket here with 8:36, and this crowd's electric today. Stewart, mid-range. He's not a shoot-first guard. Just a little long look at the follow. Johnson was a massive addition for this team.
And that was purely a Coach Kendrick one. They knew each other from their Nova Scotia days, as Tim as coach and Chris as a player. So he's fantastic. One of the best ball players, if not the best out of Nova Scotia right now. So we're
illegal screen, sorry, on Baines. I don't mean to cut you off.
Yep.
So it's going to go back to the Storm basketball.
Well, the game's getting good now, so I better get out of your hair. I don't want to interfere with the show, but thank you for having me. You're doing a great job, and we hope for a photo finish here. I think it's going to be pretty fun.
Yeah, well, thanks for stopping by. Anytime I'm up here without my man Peter, you're welcome to come up, and I hope the fans got some information there they could use. But this is a great program, and we'd like to thank Brett Poirier for being a great vice president for this team.
Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the game, folks. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Brett. Yeah, oh snap, school's in session. Thanks, Brett. So ball's going to enter into Session, who's playing the two guard. We'll try the three. Oh, boys, he's found his touch again. It left him during the second and third quarter, but it's back. So he hits a big three. That's his third three of the game. And now he's going to start to feel it. See what a layup does? You get a layup or an easy basket, and they got Marcus cleaning up the glass. So they're stretching this biggest lead of the night for the Island Storm, or afternoon. Oh, he's feeling it. That is, so young players out there, once you hit a layup, it's a good time to kind of loosen things up and start to get a little creative on offense. Doesn't matter if you are James Harden, Michael Jordan, it always feels good to hit a shot, and then usually your next shot's going to be more. Garden there. States is doing a great job of defending. Mitchell over top of the big Marcus Bell. Just a good professional move there by him. Yeah, so Travel put the foot down. So good job for our VP. It was great to have think. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. So we just went offline. I heard from some friends in the Twitter world. But we're back now. So don't want to miss a second of this game. Travel. Williams traveled. He's looking at his feet like, not my feet. So he doesn't like that call. Thanks a lot in the truck. We got a great crew. You see on these replays. And when if I was to say up here, hamburger, people in the truck would probably put a hamburger up on the screen. So, I mean, that's how fast they operate. So congratulations to the people in the truck and this great crew. Whew. As Marcus Bell goes left hard, gets fouled. He'll go to the foul line to try to extend this 6-point lead to potentially. Oh, nope, sorry, it's on the baseline. He thought he was going to the foul line. So Bell will get it, goes to the inbounder, and doesn't like the. And we've seen that call a lot, that offensive foul call. And Kendrick doesn't like it, Marcus doesn't like it, but Moncton likes it. And they're going to have the ball attacking with Al Stewart against Stringer. Watch these matchups. Johnson's in there to guard Terry Thomas, but they're switching those screens. So they got to be careful here. Oh, great defense by Brad States. And Tim Mitchell is hard to move, and he gets the offensive rebound and putback. So rebound is going to be an issue here towards the last 5:56. This is crunch time. This is when the game kind of starts. Foul on Al Stewart. He doesn't like it. Yeah, so it's going to be Storm basketball on the sideline. It was great to have our Vice President of Basketball Operations up here with us, giving us the lowdown on some stuff, anything Island Storm basketball. Stringer calling for a high screen. Deep three. Oh, just hits back rim. That was to get it up ahead of the shot clock. So Stewart will go over to Anderson. They're going to look to penetrate if anything. Mitchell doesn't really want it out there. Terry Thomas does. Oh, man, he just fights for that. Can't get it that time. Brad State stands him up. And Brad State's defense has come a very long way. Very good defender. Session will try for the foul. Oh, in and out. So this is a 4-point. If you're the Storm, you want to extend that 6-point lead, and they just weren't able to do it. So Moncton's hanging around. They're right where they want to be, but their defense is standing on its head. Stringer probably looking to penetrate against the bigger Williams. Flips it up. And it'll start the Moncton fast break. One-on-one situation. Anderson can't find the basket. Look at Maxwell there again, but Stewart is a master at creating broken play baskets. So it's a 2-point game, 4 minutes left to go. You can feel the tension in the crowd here. Chris Johnson's going to try a three and get fouled. Mitchell fouls him, so doesn't like it. We'll see the replay because this crew is unreal. And you'll see it here. Does he get him? Gets him on the elbow, right? So just a little bit too much. And remember that play in about 7 minutes' time. If Johnson can put these foul shots in, I think that was a big, big play in this basketball game. Again, thanks for it was deathly quiet in here. You can feel the crowd is really behind this Island Storm team. Good crowd. I'd say about another 1,700 people on a Sunday early in the season. Just goes long on that shot. So we were off there for a few seconds, so it wasn't anything that you guys did. It was probably our island internet. I'm not sure. But here we go. 4 minutes and 11 seconds left to go. 3-point game. So that foul line, those 2 shots might be important down the stretch here. Anderson will, oh, what a pass. What a pass. And this is Anderson time, so 3:54 left. He starts to go to work, and fans in Moncton know this. But Stringer having a great game. Ooh, this kid is good. Foul shots, yeah. They think we need a timeout. Yeah. They just got to keep it out of that man's hands right there. So, and that's what happens when you start to move the ball around. Everybody's watching Anderson. And they forget about everybody else. Looks like he got hammered. Oh, what a take. Maxwell got caught between the backboard and the back iron. So, but he'll go to the foul line. Hanging on by a Stringer. Yeah, exactly. Look at this pass. He just attracts so much attention. Anderson, and then now Moncton has that two point guard set. And listen, Al Stewart, he can pass the ball. He's going to get other people involved. So Moncton will be a dangerous, hits 2 big free throws now. Moncton's dangerous down the 4th quarter. Storm really need to talk. If they're going to switch screens, they got to talk and make sure they keep the defender in front of him. And they got a 4-on-5 because Anderson's still on the ground. But you got to do something about him. Oh, man. Storm fans watching. That was a tough one to see, that ball go around and around. Oh, man. It's getting physical out here. Ball off the foot of Anderson. Never seen that happen. I think he slipped. This game is wild. 2:36 left. Storm have a 1-point lead. Oh, man. There's been some good games in the NBL. I know St. John's finished in a spectacular fashion the other night. And I don't know if that was completely a little bit of acting, a little bit of but anyway, Johnson's going to the line. Quiet in here. Hits it. That's a big free throw. Yeah, exactly, Nate. They're talking about. Thanks for your comments online too. Again, Nate's talking about, yeah, you got this is the time where you got to communicate. You got to show the other team that you're ready to stop and stop together. So Thomas, dangerous player, into the screen. Little bit of space, and doesn't hit that one. So listen, 3-point game. This is a chance for the, this has been a 3-point game for a long, long, long time. And Thomas is talking to the fans because he's played here for a number of years. And they're all over him. Confident young man. Look at that baseline speed. Hits side of the backboard. You got to get back, Marcus Bell. You got to get back and defend hard. Not the best shot you could get as a team because it creates that fast break. So you got to make sure you take a little bit of time. Look at this. Oh, Marcus Bell couldn't finish, gets the rebound. Oh, wow. Just he was wide open, got the ball stuck on the rim. Kind of surprised him, I think. 1:40 left, Storm nursing a 1-point differential. This game is not getting to the 90s, folks. So a defensive battle tonight. Look at that. Oh, what a pass. No foul call. There's a foul there. So guys are flying. There's so much happening out here. Stringer found Franklin Session. And he wants a foul down there. So when he cut across the baseline and went up to gather, we'll be able to look at this alley-oop pass. Just caught it on the rim. Place would have gone crazy, but got his own rebound somehow. Great replay action. So 126. Moncton Magic ball. I hope the Moncton Magic fans are watching because This team has played very well today on the road, trying to gut out a win. So what's going to happen here? St. John's going to have the ball. Now you're starting to think about possessions and stuff. Storm just have to talk. The ball is going to Anthony Anderson's hands. So we know that, but you got to keep him in front. You can't force him too much. You got to play him straight up, make him pass the ball, and everybody's got to be ready in help position and ready to rotate off that. For the Island Storm, you haven't really been, you got to make sure you're getting the best shot possible. So what I'm saying is that last shot led to a Moncton fast break. Nobody could get back in time. That's what happens in this league. So you got to make sure your shot's good. Guys are able to rebound it and as well get back to protect your basket. Thanks for all your comments. Talking in Saturn Space a while back said Moncton needs to pull something out of their hat. Well, listen, they've always got their hat on. So, I mean, they're going to be able to pull out whatever they want. Good team, well coached. Really good professional basketball players. So the Storm, this next basket, this next stop is crucial for the Storm. One stop, come back down, get a good basket, get a good shot attempt, and see if you can get to the foul line, something aggressive. But whatever the coach draws up, trust in your coach, run what he's talking about, keep your space, and be ready to shoot the ball. Great afternoon of basketball. Charlottetown fans, get out to the next Storm game. You are going to be happy with this team. They're dynamic, fun to watch. So here we go. The defensive lineup for the Storm. A little bit thin on rebounding, so you got to make sure that you give Moncton one shot here. A play by design for Anderson. What's what we're talking about? We knew it was coming. There's a screen. Session gets through it. The pass up, but you can't let this guy touch it. Good defense, Maxwell. Huge, huge, huge stop. I mean, Terry Thomas took him. That was so good. I watched this play 10 times tonight. Watch this. He's a little bit lost. Keeps him in front. Right there, looking for space. Step back. Not here. That is so difficult to do. This Maxwell is legit defensive grinder, stopper. And here's your foul shots I was talking about. Hits his first one. So, kind of we talked about this over the break. This is exactly what the Storm needed to do. Come down, get a stop, get to the foul line if you can. Or a good shot. Same principles apply here. So they got a 3-point lead. And that was a good play by Coach Salerno to get into the answer to the ball and then work it out with Terry Thomas. So, whew. Yeah, Benjamin, you were right, man. Devon Maxwell, Defensive Player of the Year. Too easy. You have to keep him in front. Al Stewart's a right-handed player, can go both ways, but you cannot give him the right-hand side of the court. Mistake made. Oh, Session gets hit. Okay, Stringer will try to attack, same thing. Ball was tipped on that skip pass. You got to get in front of Terry Thomas, and you got to make sure Anderson gives it up. You've done what you had to. 37.2 seconds left to go. Oh, falls down on that play. Oh, Mitchell gets hit, misses the basket. So, you know, you should not really be trying a skip pass this late in the basketball game. It's got to be handoffs or quick. Guys have to be open. So, nice play by the Moncton Magic. Timeout, you can hear him call it. Whew. So, lots happening there. We came back for a minute, and there was so much basketball, you can't even talk about it. This is well played. Moncton ran a nice play. Island Storm got the stop, came back down, got to the foul line, but then breakdowns in passing is more or less unacceptable in the professional division right here at the end of the play, or right here at the end of basketball games. Make sure your passes, make sure your cuts, make that easy to move the basketball. Get the best shot possible and coming down and defend. So you hate to lose off of a turnover, and turnovers lead to fast break points in this league. So what you're going to see here, 28.7 seconds left to go. Here's the situation. Mitchell's on the foul line. He'll shoot 2. If the Storm go down, this guy just hit a half-court shot. Oh, what is going on? I gotta talk about the game. Anyway, so the Storm will get it back with 27 seconds left. That's enough for a 2-for-1. Will the Storm do that? I don't think it's a good idea. So they need to move the basketball, get a good shot, probably 10 to 12 seconds into the shot clock. Try to get to the foul line, something attacking, bring Session off the right side, and then a pick and roll with maybe Brad States at the top because he can hit that 3. So get Session going to his left, put Chris Johnson in the corner and Stringer in the corner ready to shoot. So that's what I think is going to happen. So, but first we'll see if Tim Mitchell can hit these big free throws. Hits his first one to tie the basketball game. We're starting over, 27.8 seconds left. This is a big foul. This is a big block-out situation here. Back rimmed it, but they get the rebound. Tied basketball game. Oh, no, and that's what we talked about. Remember I told you the Island Storm went small, and the ball just came off funny. And it came off in a really difficult, that could be a big miss and a big offensive rebound. Oh, man, so what we've got then, this situation changes everything. So the game is tied. This crowd is so silent. Yeah. NBL Canada action. This is what happens. 25 seconds left. Moncton's on the road in Charlottetown. They get the ball with 21 seconds on the shot clock because Terry Thomas had possession for 3 seconds. So that'll give them a 4-second differential. So they'll try to shoot somewhere around the 19 to 20 second mark. Nice out of bounds play, but they will get Anthony Anderson the basketball, which is crazy dangerous. Watch the play. Few screens. One guard will go hard to the basket, set a screen for the next guard who will come off that screen and off the post player to get the ball, and that's probably going to be Anderson or Al Stewart. Come off a couple ball screens. They're probably going to look for Terry Thomas or Anthony Anderson on the left side of the floor. And they'll try to get a one-on-one breakdown situation going to the basket. Storm is a difficult spot. They need to send their 5 best defenders on the basketball floor, talk, and get ready for this. Outstanding basketball game here today. If you like defense, you saw it today. So talk it up, fight your way through screams. I think I said screams instead of screens. So watch Tim Mitchell. He'll set up on this block, and he's going to be the screener. So Anthony Anderson just below him. He'll rub off Tim Mitchell. I think they're going to get Terry Thomas. I think they're going to go set a double. Nope, Anderson will get the ball. He'll suck some time off the clock. Look at this matchup. Anderson, Session, they are looking for Terry Thomas. Johnson's doing a good job on the left side. Watch for the screen coming up here in 3. Here's the screen. They find Terry Thomas. Look at the defense. Chris Johnson knows it's game time. The ball's on the floor. Wow, that was a defensive stand, folks. Highland Storm players, good for you. Moncton Magic players, well done. You executed Joe Salerno's play very well. You just ran up against a team that was hungry. Oh, man. Here we go. So listen, now the advantage. 3.1 seconds left to go. Storm will have the basketball. Loads of time for these athletes to score. Oh, man, are you watching? Are you tuning into this? This is how we end games here in the NBL. So they're trying, what I think they're trying to do is make sure that the time is 3.1 seconds on the clock. The ball's going to be on the left side of the floor. Oh, man. Island Storm fans, if you came today to this game, you've been entertained. Moncton Magic, people in Moncton, listen. When a Magic game is on, get over to the arena there and watch. Wow, I know that you're going to see some good basketball over there, just like this. Peggy Malone, my good friend. Go Storm. How are things, Peggy? 3.1 seconds left. Sideline inbounds. You're going to see, I would say Marcus Bell. No, he's not going to come back into the game. Brad States is going to do the screening. No, he's putting his jersey on. So I'm not sure what 5 guys are going to come out, but they got to be a good screen. One thing you cannot do is turn the ball over. You got to make sure you get it inbound. Worst thing is you're going into overtime. Best case scenario, you're going hard to the basket. Moncton can't foul, you're going to the basket. So make sure you get the ball and get in an attacking position and clear the side. Get your shooters ready for the corner and just attack. Yeah, Saturn Space. Session needs to catch the ball, and he's got to catch it clean. He needs some good screens before he catches it. Catch it clean and then attack right away. I think they might even put Terry Thomas on him for physical, so make sure that he doesn't catch it clean. So, but you got options, right? Chris Johnson's a pro. He can handle the situation. Stringer's a good one-on-one player, quick. Devon Maxwell. And listen, Tyler Scott's out there for shooting purposes. So he's done this before. If he catches the ball and puts it up, this game could be over. So they might be going to Scott. The Session might be the decoy. So we'll see. They're in a line. They might be just going to Scott. Look at Terry Thomas on Scott, Williams on Johnson. There it is. Open look. Gets it! Oh, man! It's Session time, baby! Nitty with the big game-winning shots. Woo-hoo-hoo! Island Storm basketball. Here we come. Can you see that in California, folks? Baby. I don't know what to say, but that's how we do it here in Prince Edward Island. NBL Canada action. It is going to be a good season. Frank Session with the dagger. Nothing but mesh. Thomas comes out in his face. That's got to be on the replays this week. Congratulations to the Island Storm basketball team. Well played team effort. This Moncton Magic team fought like crazy today. That's how you do it. Get out and support your local team in your local area because, man, whew, Saturn Space summed it up with crazy 2 exclamation points. Victory is in Session. Congratulations. We heard from Frank Session family in the States, Virginia, Mom, everybody. You should be really proud. Oh, I gotta calm down, but how can you after you've seen such a good basketball game? I was so excited to bring you the game today. I hope you enjoyed it. This Storm team is legit. Get out and support them. That's all we got for today. Final score, Storm 88, Magic 85. I'm going home for a nap. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Universum Production, great job as everybody. Great crew here. We'll see you next time.